Have you seen my wiener? Face that bitch! Face that bitch!
Welcome back to the.
You cut it short so you wouldn't laugh hard.
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek, always joined by Mikey the Freak.
You see my wiener?
And Steve.
Frank had beans.
Thanks,
Face that bitch!
What are we looking at here? How'd you get the beans about the Frank?
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Ted.
If you haven't figured out, we are reviewing the movie There's Something About Mary. But before we get into it, let's check out that trailer.
Yes, let's. Is that her job?
I hope they figured that out, because Franks and Beans is probably the most popular saying in that fucking show. Oh my god.
Are you going to the prom?
I don't. Yeah, I think proms
Because
are
I thought maybe
dumb.
we could go together.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna go with like a bunch of people, or yeah, you want like a designated driver? I can...
No.
They did such a good job making Ben Stiller look teenager.
Yeah.
When I was
my
16
God.
years old, I fell in love.
Oh
No, wait.
no! I wasn't.
Ah! We got a bleeder!
That's another good quote. We got a bleeder.
Definitely love.
How about Mary again?
I mean, crushes don't last for 13 years, right?
He couldn't help it.
Hi, it's Ted.
I haven't seen you since
Senior prom.
How's everything?
Oh, that's fine. Strong like bull.
And he couldn't explain it.
You hired me to find your girl, and I did. And then the truth is, I started to like her.
Because there's
Up with the
something
chops.
about
I know,
Mary.
right?
She's still a fox.
Mary's a fox. She's a fox.
I want a guy who can play 36 holes and still have enough energy to take me and my brother to a ball game.
This year,
It's too bad you don't live here, Ted.
20th Century Fox presents
If Puppy likes him, then you got yourself a keeper.
I'll slip that pooch a special treat.
He doesn't like anybody. He never usually likes guys.
a new comedy
Come on, boy.
Too much
from the
speed.
Fairley Brothers, directors of Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin.
Would you like a little clam dip, doll?
Whatever.
Cameron Diaz, Matt Dillon, Ben Stiller.
Okay.
Hell is wrong with you?
All right.
There's something about Mary.
Are you the little guy making all that big noise?
What's with Ben Stiller and random animals in that?
Oh my god. Oh, so there's an extended scene of the dog fight between him and the dog, and it goes way too long. Way too long. He's suplexing the dog. He's up on top of the damn couch, and he jumps off and hits him. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Coming
I
off
was like,
like
I
a
can see
macho
why-
man elbow.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah, that macho man Randy Savage elbow off the top. Don't you know? Yeah. Not too sweet, not too sour. Right here, you're dealing with the Tower of Power. Yeah. Cream show, really.
Off topic.
All right, so There's Something About Mary is a man gets a chance to meet up with his dream girl from high school, even though his date with her back then was complete disaster.
It wasn't even a date.
No, it was the start
supposed
of a
to be a
date.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he hires somebody to find Mary because he was still in love with her, and then the guy hired fell in love with her. Basically, everybody that she's ever come in contact with has fell in love with Mary. Sure. It's this movie has so many quotable lines, from "Have you seen my baseball?" to "Franks and Beans" to what is
6
that?
minute abs.
Hair gel? I mean,
The 6 minute abs. No, what? No, there's not six. Step into my office. Why? Because you're fucking fired.
Fucking fired.
I quote that one a lot.
I had a manager that used to say that to me all the time. He'd be like, "Steve, step into my office. And I'd be like, why? And if we were, he'd be like, because you're fucking
Fucking
fired.
This movie, it takes me back to my childhood. It was so funny back then. Not
Oh
childhood, but
yeah.
like late teens. I mean, hilarious.
Teenagers.
Yeah, I was a teenager. It was hilarious.
Graduation.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious movie. I love this movie. I loved it on rewatch too. Steve, what'd you think about this movie on rewatch?
Oh, I love this movie. I saw this movie with my dad when it came out into the theater. My father loved taking me to movies that were raunchy and over the top, and this was one of them. And no, it's a great one. Upon rewatch, it's a lot of great laughs. It
Oh
just
yeah.
it brings back kind of like what you said, childhood memories, and it's about people of youth finding the loves of their life and growing within that. And Mikey the Freak, what did you think?
Before you
Oh
get started,
man.
Mikey the Freak, how
Yeah.
many times have we been fishing and going to cast, and that scene pops in your head
Oh yes.
before you cast with the hook? It's crazy. Yeah, I thought about it all the time.
Yeah, so when you go back to cast, you always look and you make sure nobody's around, and then
Yeah.
you cast just in case. Oh no, yeah, I this movie came out senior in high school, graduation in June. Moved to Orlando, watched this in theaters. I laugh just as hard now as I did then. Every time I watch it, I'll rewatch it anytime that it comes on television. I'll
Mm-hmm.
go and find it and put it on to watch. It's corny, it's slapstick funny. If you can get by, the only thing that really kind of irks me now, and I haven't been a really big fan, is Chris Elliott. I'm not a huge fan of Chris Elliott, and even in this movie, he's basically like, well, a stalker, like they all are, really.
He's the same
But
person in almost every freaking movie. Yeah.
yeah, but this one,
Except Scary Movie 2.
except
I
Scary Movie
mean,
too, yeah,
okay, he was the same person. He just had a small hand.
yeah. So this one's an over the top stalker that's possessed or that's obsessed. I'm sorry, with her shoes, so she has to get a restraining order out. Um, so if you can get by, and then he gets the rash around her too when he gets, I don't know, overly excited, I guess,
Yeah.
when they talk about her. But
The slow
yeah,
progression was fun. Not gonna lie, the slow progression of him was
yeah,
fun.
you start to see a couple rashes and cut or the little
Yeah.
boils and shit, and then towards the end he's got shit all over his face at the end.
It's the humidity. It's this humidity of Florida.
Yeah. Hey Brett. Hey Brett. Can you get a little autograph on these pumps?
Oh, the surprise! Yeah, the surprise Brett at the end was
It's
a fun
Brett
one as
Favre.
well. Yeah,
Favre.
Favre. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's all about this movie. Every bit of it is hilarious. Um, just constantly rolling. You can like we said, we can quote it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Inside life, everything we do in life, we can quote. There's something about Mary or something, right? Yeah, I mean that's what I got.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump into ratings. This is a movie that I would highly suggest anybody see. It is a great fun movie. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. It's fun every time I watch it. I have a blast watching this movie. Steve, how about you?
For me, it's it's a solid 8. It's a movie that it's fun to watch. I haven't watched it in years, but in reality, I'm not going to go out of my way to try and watch it. So solid 8.
Yeah.
Mikey.
Mikey the Freak.
I'm going in the middle, 8.5. You're right. I won't go out of my way to watch it, but if I want that nostalgia from when I was younger and I want to laugh just over some stupid shit, it is a like they said, from the creators of Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin. They're the Farley brothers. The Farley brothers were huge in the 90s. Everything they made was slapstick funny comedy that you could basically laugh out loud. hysterically laugh on some scenes. But yeah, a solid 8.5 for me.
All right, very cool. Now it's time to move over to some interesting-ish facts. There we go. I had to wait on both of you to get there. At around the 1 hour, 27-minute mark, the dialogue between Mary and Ted about how they aren't enough meats on the stick was originally written for an episode of Seinfeld that never aired. So there you go. That's
Really?
fun.
That's it?
Yeah. Matt Dillon and Cameron Diaz were dating in real life during filming. And let's see, at around the 12 minutes, the can of whoop ass line was improvised by Keith David, who ad-libbed most of his lines. So there you
Yeah,
have
he wasn't in the movie long, and I saw him at Comic Con last year, and we talked a little bit about it. He said that's one of the funniest movies and the scenes that he has done in a long time.
with the Franks and Beans.
Franks and Beans. He said that everybody tells him about the Franks and Beans, and that was, and of course, it's my age, of course, but that yes, it's one of those scenes to where he says Franks and Beans, and he just giggles every time people say it. He said, "I don't know what I started, but it was perfect."
It was. But there you have it for your interesting-ish facts. Steve, what do we have for soundtrack?
Get your shit together.
Fuck you. So there's something about Mary by Jonathan, written and performed by Jonathan Richman. How to Survive a Broken Heart by Ben Lee. Mary's Prayer by Danny Wilson. They Long to Be Close to You by Sally Stevens. Everything Shines by the Push Stars. Every Day Should Be a Holiday by the Dandy Warhols. This Is the Day by Ivy. Speed Queen by Zumba. True Love Is Not Nice by Jonathan Rice Richmond. Get a Life by John Cafferty. Deep Purple by Ray Confith. Temptation by Ray Conkiff. Brazil by Ray Conkiff. Ein klein Nachmarsmusik rund
Ray Conkliffe.
Alagro by
Ray Conkliffe.
by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Hey Batter, Mary's Remix by Susan Sandberg. Bad Boys, theme from Cops, performed by Bad Eli. Ahora es Mejor, performed by Jonathan Richman. All These Days by Brett Riley. Is She Really Going Out with Him by Joe Jackson. Talking to Herself by Tom Wolfe. If I Could Talk, I'd Tell You by the Lemonheads. Danse Boheme by Slavic Philharmonic Orchestra. I've Got You Under My Skin by Ron Conkiff. I Get the Message by Ivy. Stranger on the Shore by Acher Blick. Summertime by Ray Conkiff. History Repeating by Propellerheads.
History Repeating.
Margot's Waltz by Lloyd Cole. Talking to You by Tom Wolfe. Let Her Go Into the Darkness by Jonathan Richman. Build Me Up Buttercup by The Foundations, and The Way by William Goodrum. And those
are the second longest. That's the second longest soundtrack that we've done.
It was very long.
If it was not, it definitely feels like it. Mikey the Freak, what do we have for related reels?
Oh, I got some good ones. Let's go Ben Stiller. Everyone loves Ben Stiller.
He can hear us talking about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
He probably can.
You can
I hope he watches this show. I hope he watches
I'm just saying because
show.
he's got big ears.
That's true, he does. Dodgeball. Love him in Dodgeball. Tropic Thunder. Everybody's favorite. And Mystery Men, which I just watched the other day.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Cameron Diaz. Charlie's Angels.
Which one?
Shrek. I don't know. Full
Which
Throttle.
one?
He's on both of them. Full Throttle's a good one. No, not really. Shrek.
Which one?
All of them. Every fucking one of them. Bad teacher.
Which one?
English. And The Mask.
Yes.
The first one. The second one was terrible. Lee Evans, which is Norm. I love Norm in this movie. Lee Evans. He has so many funny lines. Norm does. Fifth Element. Mouse Hunt. No. And The Ladies' Man. That's the three I have.
That's nice.
Very nice. Is that it?
That's Borat.
I know.
No, I said that's nice. That's The Ladies' Man.
He sounded like Borat. He goes, that's nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Wee wah, King of the Castle.
Is that all you got for related reel, sir?
Yeah, that's three people. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
That's what I got. There's tons of other people, but yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you check out the sister channel to Back to the Retro Review. That would be the Mod Squad Network. Bunch of shows over there. Make sure you do all the YouTuber things. If you like what you see here, give us a good old thumbing.
Watch the movie. It's funny.
Yes,
it's funny.
It's funny. It's funny. Make sure you do all the YouTuber things. Give us a like, subscribe, all that good shit. All right.
Comment. What was your favorite part in this movie? Give us your best line.
Did you watch it? Let us know.
Yes.
Yes. It is such a great movie. It's so funny.
All right. That does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Beta Geek saying, hey, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
Face up, bees. Face up.